Hey guys, I wanted to just share some updates with you in terms of what's been going on with my tinnitus and what I've been doing and some stuff that I found out recently. So, when my tinnitus first started 2 years ago, I did a really deep dive where I live to try to find help. I couldn't find any help that was anywhere close to here. I ended up, using Treble Health, as you all know, which is in California, I believe, and we were doing stuff over Zoom, but there was nothing really in my area um, that had any type of tinnitus specialty. I saw ENTs, I saw audiologists, but even though those people, study about ears and study about ear health and study about hearing, it doesn't necessarily mean that because they're audiologists that they understand tinnitus. So recently, I found a place near my home. It's about a, 30-minute drive on a good day. It's called Salus Hearing and Tinnitus Centre, SALUS. I gave them a call and I basically laid it all out to them and I said, listen, it's been 2 years for me. I have been through a lot, struggling with tinnitus, trying to improve the perception of my tinnitus, trying to habituate to the tinnitus. And if you genuinely cannot do anything differently, if you can't help me in a way that I've already been helped, then please just, leave me alone. I don't want to spend time, spend money, spend effort doing something that I've either already done or something that is not going to be helpful to me. What I do like about Salus is that not only are they a hearing center, but they specialize in tinnitus. They have on staff audiologists, ENTs, psychotherapist, psychologist, don't remember, but all of the things that you would need to deal with hearing and tinnitus, they have in their four walls. They would not need to send you anywhere else to have access to a different type of therapist because they're all there. The audiologist that I worked with, what is her name? The audiologist that I worked with, her name was Sabrina, and she is an audiologist, but she also went back and specifically took a course on hyperacusis and tinnitus. So she is better able to help a person with tinnitus and not just speak to hearing loss, hearing issues, ear health, but she also understands tinnitus and how to merge those two things in order to get the best result. So they basically said to me that if I came in, that the first thing we would start with is a hearing test. And I've had several done over the past couple of years, and they've kind of all been in and around the same result. But she said that theirs is different, and also that theirs was $180. Now, here where I live in Ontario, hearing tests are free. So what is it about this test that I would have to pay $180 for? So I went in last week and I want to let you guys know what happened. So basically, when you do an average hearing test, they test anywhere from 250 hertz to, I think, 8,000. At Salus, they test up to 20,000 hertz, so the entire range of human hearing. Also, after the hearing test, they do a test that's called speech in noise. And they have you repeat sentences over and over as much as you can hear. And it gets harder because it increases the background noise, whether it be like a bar noise or people talking or whatever it is. It increases the background noise to see how much speech you can hear in differing levels of noise. That was the second part of the test. The third part of the test was cognitive testing, which was really interesting because if you're a person who has any type of hearing loss is linked to cognitive decline. So they do the cognitive test to make sure that your brain is healthy, your thought process, your memory, your reflexes, all those types of things. So all of that was part of the initial assessment. Now, having said all of that, I did learn something that I didn't know about my ears. So I have always kind of thought that my tinnitus started because I hit my head a month before. And then the onset of the tinnitus was about 4 weeks after I hit my head. So we've kind of always linked those two things together. According to my testing, there was a fourth test. The fourth test was testing the health of your inner ear, your eardrums and your cochlea and the hairs on your cochlea, whatever it's called. So I found out that the hairs on my inner ear, some of those hair cells are damaged, which could be massively contributing to the tinnitus. Didn't know that before because I've had several ENTs look at me. I've had, all this stuff done and nobody's ever told me that there was any inner ear damage. And that probably would have been a good thing to know 2 years ago. So, but anyway, I know now. So now that I know that I have damage to my inner ear, what do I do? What does that mean? How does that help me move forward with habituation and dealing with my tinnitus? I think for anybody that has inner ear damage or hearing loss, all roads are going to eventually lead to hearing aids. So what that basically means is the hearing aids will amplify the parts of your hearing that have been diminished, obviously, but they're also going to be programmed with sound therapy at the same time so that your brain is now being stimulated in those parts that have not been stimulated because of the damage to the inner ear. So for me, I have to think about how I'm going to move forward. I'm always going to continue to do my body therapies. I'm going to continue to do my grounding and meditation. I'm going to continue to do my sound therapy. So now I have to figure out how my hearing loss and the damage to my inner ear, how I'm going to deal with that, what that's going to look like, and how I'm going to move forward. So having said that, I have a lot of stuff to think about, but I still also have a second part of the test that I have not done yet. The second part of the test deals more with the tinnitus, the frequency of your tinnitus, and how the hearing aids might or might not help that. So I've got to go back, do the second part of the test, and see what happens. So once I go back and I do part 2 of the test, I will let you know how that goes, and I will let you know how I am choosing to move forward. So learn something new, and hopefully it's going to open up some doors in how I deal with my tinnitus. Talk soon.